Mongoose Jake here to talk about what I think to be one of the best purchases you can make as far as value for the money in all of the blasters that are out there on the market, and that is the Adventure Force Destroyer. We're going to take a look at that today. Now, the Adventure Force Destroyer is a rear prime, cylinder-fed, spring-powered pistol that is actually made by X-Shot for the Adventure Force branding at Walmart. Of course, that does mean it is a Walmart exclusive, available in-store or on their website. I will, of course, put a link to this blaster in the description of the video. But this is a fantastic pistol, and for $7, it's actually listed at Walmart for $6.97. It comes with the pistol plus 24 darts. Now, these are X-Shot darts. They're not necessarily the best in the market. I will give you that. They do have high performance and long range, but basically next to zero accuracy. They're better for spamming shots like crazy. But you get 24 of them, which is far above and beyond anything that Nerf includes. Normally with Nerf, you get enough for one reload, maybe two. Here they've given you enough to reload this thing 4 times over. So, now I've used this quite a bit because what this thing is, it is a reshell of the X-Shot Reflex 6, which I have highly rated this thing for years. It's went through a couple iterations. The older version was a yellow blaster with a bright blue handle, and now they've reworked it, given it more power, and this thing has been such a good pistol over the years. And quite simply, I've never done a video on the Adventure Force Destroyer for some reason, and this is to fix that. Now, with it out of the package and loaded up and ready to go, again, you do get enough darts to load it 4 times. Fantastic. And keep in mind, pistol plus 24 darts, $7. Now, this thing is very easy to use. Simply grab a hold of the rear prime, point, and shoot. Very simple. Do it again. It holds 6 shots, so just keep priming it. Until you're empty. Now, performance-wise, these things are actually quite good, especially considering, again, that $7 price tag. You're looking at a performance range put on the chronograph of between 75 to 80 feet per second, depending on the darts you use. With the included darts, it'll register all the way up to over 80 feet per second. But again, they do perform well on chronographs and on range because they're light. The X-Shot dart is a little shorter and has a very light, almost foam tip. It's like a felt, velvety kind of feel to it, compared to your typical rubberized tip on most darts. And to showcase that, let's take a look at the difference here. I'm going to get in close and show you this. The tip of this, as you can see, is noticeably shorter. And it just has a, like I said, a very soft tip that's almost velvety. Compare that to the rubberized tip of this aftermarket men gun style dart, the Adventure Force waffle tip, as well as the Busby long distance dart that is included with some of the other blasters that you'll get in the Adventure Force lineup, and you'll see this is shorter and lighter, which of course produces really good range and velocity. However, no accuracy. But it will actually fire up over 80 feet per second using these. Using these other darts that I've shown, it ranges more around the 75 range, which is still above and beyond the 75 foot per second average of Nerf Elites. Even firing Nerf Elite darts, it will actually outperform Nerf's own brand. Aside from that, you actually get a good size pistol with an easy prime. Now, it is not doing the extra power based on having a heavier spring that makes it more difficult to prime. It has a larger cylinder, which is known as the plunger tube, compressing more air. And the more air you compress, the more power you have, even at a lighter spring rate. And because this does not have slam fire, it actually has a higher reliability over some Nerf pistols, such as the Disruptor or the Strong Arm, which would be its main competitors. And compared directly to the Nerf Disruptor and Strong Arm, which the Nerf Disruptor sells for around $12, and the Strong Arm now is priced at about $15 on Amazon. That's how I have to compare them. This is at $7 with higher performance, a simpler build, more performance if you're looking to tinker and mod, and has an ace up its sleeve. Compared to those two pistols, if you're looking to paint this up and do some custom work yourself, This shell comes apart. Of course, it's screwed together, unlike some new Nerf models. It comes apart at the grip. Now, when you're taking this apart, like I do with Hydro Dip, I will tend to paint the grip itself, and you're going to see that showcased in a video that's upcoming with a modified 8-shot cylinder. The grip is a separate unit. Right here, this is a nice clean line. When you unscrew this, you get the shell and the grip half, and then you get this grip half and this shell half. So 4 pieces. Makes to where you can do some nice neat color combinations and coordination there when you're going for painting. Plus you get this nice translucent green on the Adventure Force version, as well as the translucent blue on the X-Shot version. Main difference is that currently this is sold through Walmart, this is sold through Dollar General or other retailers. Buy this for $8 at Dollar General, buy this for $7 at Walmart. You'd say, okay, why would I ever buy this? Maybe you like the color. Maybe you like the fact that it comes with these little can targets. You know, this comes with extra darts, this comes with can targets. So, either or. But we're going to focus on the Destroyer for now. And the Destroyer at $7, even though I am known as a Busby guy, this is the #1 value of any pistol for sure, and maybe of all Nerf blasters that are currently sold. I mean, think of any others that you can buy for $7. The modding potential is basically through the roof, and it's almost like it was built for modding, built for painting. It's fun to use stock. Anybody can use it. If they're old enough to prime that back, which, I mean, it is literally one finger can prime that very easily. Anybody can load a front-loaded cylinder. It's one that's basically, there's nothing to go wrong with this. There's no downfall to it other than the little hook on this is uncomfortable to some people. That's it. If I have to nitpick the bottom of the grip, but even to me, it's fine. Wrap my pinky there, and I have XL to double XL size hands when I wear gloves, so keep that in mind. If you have a smaller hand, it's going to work perfectly. It's even got a very nice, comfortable curve to the back of the grip that fits into your palm just basically perfectly. Almost hits the webbing of your thumb nicely. There's no unusual sharp edges. So performance, ergonomics, modability, paintability, and of course it's got to be the king of value. The Adventure Force Destroyer, also known as the X-Shot Reflex, it is made by X-Shot. This thing, I can't find much wrong with it. I've never reviewed it on the channel before in this form, but I've given the X-Shot a huge recommendation. And, I mean, this is still made by X-Shot. It's still the same pistol, just different color scheme, different packaging, available exclusively through Walmart. This is an absolute must-buy. Add to your collection instantly. If you don't have 1, 2, or 3 of these, go get some. I mean, go get some right now. This is fantastic. Go get yourself 2 or 3. Keep one stock just for fun around the house. Mod up the other 1 or 2 that you pick up. And trust me, you'll have a lot of fun tinkering with these. And there are parts coming out. Trip Miller himself, he just released a Mega Shot cylinder that I reviewed just previously, and I'm about to release my video on an 8-shot cylinder available to this. You can take the stock one. It accepts Nerf strong arm springs and other springs as well, but the strong arm is the one I use, or the Alpha Hawk. Those 2 springs fit here perfectly, and by doing that and brassing the cylinders, you can easily get these things up to 120, 130, 140, 50 feet per second easily. It's just, that's all about tinkering without having to spend a lot of dough. It's nice. Nice to have that kind of option still existing in the blaster hobby. So the Adventure Force Destroyer, my absolute #1 value pick of any blaster currently sold on store shelves. Unbeatable value, at least. And it's kind of a tinkerer and modderer's dream to... Modderers? Modders. English. Hard. But it's kind of a tinkerer's and modder's dream to just take something like this and turn it into whatever you want. So, not much more to say, so I won't keep going on. Thank you for watching if you stayed all the way to the end. And of course, this does get an absolute 2 thumbs up. Massive recommendation from me. There's no reason to not have one of these in your collection. And by one, I mean like 10. Because it's fun to tinker with, and they're so cheap. You can tinker and tinker and tinker, and if you mess one up, just grab another and keep going. But Mongoose Jake saying thanks for watching if you stayed all the way to the end, and please do stay tuned. I do have a custom painted one that's going to be modded with Trip Miller's 8-shot cylinder. Very nice. I'm so highly pleased with the Mega one. I think that's going to be a home run on this one as well. So stay tuned for that coming up here in the next few days. This is Mongoose Jake saying thanks for watching. We're going to finally end it here.